Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of
A juicy
Juicy Podcast. I'm Kim,
I'm Kim.
and today we're going to talk about,
Traditional jobs versus non-traditional jobs.
and you know what? It's crazy that we are talking about this subject because, the situation that happened in 2020 made non-traditional jobs more prevalent, right?
Correct.
So with us doing this is, like a non-traditional job.
Okay.
But what would you prefer, during that time? Did you prefer being at home? And I know we talked about this on our previous video, but how do you feel about non-traditional versus traditional?
Well, I think that we got a chance to get off the hamster wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Traditional jobs tend to put you on a hamster wheel. You go to work, come home, do vacation, whatever it is that you do, you're doing it consistently.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2020, for people who may have wanted to get off
Mm-hmm.
and didn't know how, that was a chance to get off and try something new.
Yes.
Traditional jobs are good, but everything's not for everybody.
Yes.
So for the people who found the freedom and the space to do non-traditional jobs, I think that it was a good time for them
Mm-hmm.
to explore, to bake, to just go out there and see what was possible. Because I think when you work traditional, you can't imagine not having your job.
Mm-hmm.
But when that became a reality and people had to make changes and adjustments, there were quite a few businesses born from that time.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. And I know some people who started businesses and their business is flourishing and, being profitable now. They still some of them still work their same jobs, but some of them, stop their jobs altogether. And I also feel that this leap into non-traditional jobs made, let me see, how can I put this, gave way to a lot of scrupulous. Can I say scrupulous?
Unscrupulous.
Yes, unscrupulous. Horrible, not so,
Okay.
I'm trying to pick my words correctly here. Some of you ammers out there, to feed off of the fear and the uncertainty of others,
Mm-hmm.
And because it was that fear and uncertainty in that time period, a lot of things were born and they sounded like wonderful ideas to people.
Yeah.
Like the situation in Atlanta. Let's go read up on that for one. You take all this money from all these 1,500 or so people, and then you don't come through with it, and then are upset because they're like, oh, you're ammered us, I can't say the word, but you know the word.
Tricked.
Yeah.
Is tricked an appropriate word?
Yeah. Bamboozled. Yeah. So, but I feel overall, like you said, for those who needed that outlet, that change,
or that push.
Yeah, push.
Mm-hmm.
True, that push. The non-traditional form of way, became their outlet and was a good thing for them. Me, myself, I do own my own business. And even though we didn't start then, we are now embarking on a new journey. And I feel this journey for us is more of a enlightenment to ourselves.
Yeah.
Like
a pet project.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens.
Yes.
In a previous video, I said that I would have told my younger self to take more risks.
Yes.
Because I wasn't trying to do this. I wasn't
Go watch that video.
I wasn't trying to be out here, but I'm like, try it. See, see what happens. And I think that during 2020, we saw that even the most traditional jobs could be in jeopardy.
Yes.
You think that you have security because you're on the job for however long you're there.
Yes.
And then something happens that totally unexpected, helps you to see, okay, maybe I need to rethink things.
Yes.
There's no real security support, maybe, unless you are independently wealthy.
Yes.
But if you are in a traditional job or non-traditional job, you still need to be concerned, however it goes.
And some people, I feel, even though they take part in these non-traditional jobs, and some jobs change the parameter
Yes.
of their job.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say this.
Okay, wait. Think about it now.
I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
A little advertisement. Giving up your medical benefits for more money is never a good thing. It's never a good thing. Because it's not a good thing. We'll just leave it at that. Because some jobs have been offering more money to give up your medical benefits. And I spoke to a few people that took that option. But if you don't have a mate, you know, a husband or wife that have medical benefits and you're on their medical benefits, and that old story about, well, I never get sick. Sir, ma'am, ma'am, sir, yearly checkups is a real thing. You know, don't wait till, you done fallen out off the horse and then go checked up, and now you stuck with these $1,000 of medical bills, and no, that's your fault. You gave up your medical benefits for $6 more. Don't make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Well, I think that you don't know, right? That you don't know that you don't know until you know. And by then it's a little too late. So I think we have to be more thoughtful.
Yes.
And when you are well, you don't imagine yourself not being well. And that's something that you have to consider. Anything can happen at any time.
Right.
But some people are live in the moment. And some people say, nothing is promised, so you got to go for it while you can. So I guess it just it's decided by who you are and what you're willing to do, and be willing to live with the decision that you made, because that's part of being an adult, right? You make these decisions, you have to live with them, whether they're good for you or not.
Right. So my decision is, give me my medical benefits, please.
I want mine too, because you really, just anything can happen.
Right.
That headache could be something more serious, or that little upset stomach could be something that requires major surgery. Right. And you don't anticipate that. So.
Or like, just, for instance, a woman got a cut. She cut herself. And she was playing with her dog, and her dog licked the cut. And she got an infection. And an infection got and it's rare,
Wow,
And the infection got so bad that she had to get her arm cut off halfway up her forearm. So you never know what little thing, that can happen, you getting a splitter in your hand,
True.
It's crazy. So please be mindful, all you influencers out there living a high life, make sure you have insurance too. Make sure, because you left that traditional job that covered you in your insurance, make sure you have insurance. Make sure you cover yourself medically, because you never know what might happen, you out driving and some nut hit you, not you hitting the nut.
True, true. I think the thing, though, for people about traditional jobs, especially at 2020, they saw a way to get out of a toxic environment.
Uh-huh.
You know, with a non-traditional job, I think you have the opportunity to kind of make your own hours and be your own boss. So you're not dealing with all those personalities.
Right.
And so I think for the average person, working is not the issue.
Mm-hmm.
It is the environment.
Yes.
It is the people that make it difficult for you to come in every day and do your job.
Right.
And it's wild because there's no accountability for those people. Oftentimes, there's no accountability for the people who make your life miserable. And it's hard to get up and go every day when it makes you sick. You know what I mean? So I think in 2020, that was the opportunity for those people who are in those awful spaces to say, you know what? I got pushed over here. Let me go see what else I can do.
Right.
But it's all strategy, because you can have the best laid plans and go bankrupt, or have a catastrophic injury, or get divorced, or go into foreclosure. Any life event can happen to you at any time.
Right.
So I think that it's kind of the same. I suppose, too, it depends on where you are in your life. If you're younger, you feel like you got more time, so you can take bigger risks. But when you're older and you have more responsibility, children, aging parents, a mortgage, you have to give everything a lot of consideration.
Right, a lot.
You can't just make a rash decision because a bunch of people will be affected by your decision.
Right, right. I tell my daughter that all the time, because my daughter last year probably gonna have 4 or 5 jobs. But
the beauty of being young.
Right. But she's in a good place now. She likes her job now. And I told her, yeah, you know, but you have responsibilities, so you got to make sure those responsibilities are taken care of, you know.
Have you ever been in an awful job?
Yes, I have. And it wasn't necessarily, as you say, the people I dealt with when I was a nurse. It wasn't the clients or the people. It was the other coworkers and the people around.
Management.
Yeah, you know, the people I necessarily took care of was fine, but having 6 coworkers and only liking 2 is, you know, a hard situation.
You know, for me, what makes a place hard for me is being bothered. You don't have to like me. It's okay. I'm okay with that, you know. Don't bother me.
Right.
Because there are places where it seems as if the people are intentionally making your life miserable.
Yes.
You know, and I don't understand that. I'm not built like that, so I don't get the thrill of it, of bothering people. And some people are just petty and they pick. And that's what makes traditional work hard.
Yeah.
Traditional jobs hard.
Yeah. And go back to where we met and how we met. I'll try to pin that episode somewhere around, because we met when we both worked at the same traditional job.
And you know, the work there wasn't bad. But as I said in the other video, I wasn't trying to be friendly with those people. And it's not because I was antisocial. It's just the behaviors that I saw, I didn't want to be, you know,
A part of it.
and I didn't want to engage a lot
Yeah.
because I just wanted to keep to myself and just keep my head down, work, and go home. And that becomes the issue too, right? On traditional jobs. If you just want to keep your head down, do your job, and go home, there are people who don't, they're offended that you're not more engaging, that you're not up in their face, laughing at every joke and sharing what you did on the weekends. Like, look, I just want to do my job. That's it. Nothing personal, nothing against you.
Right.
I just want to get up out of here. You know?
Right. So with that being said, what do you prefer? Traditional, non-traditional? How are you doing on your job? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Tell us. Go ahead. Leave a comment.
Like,
subscribe.
Please share.
Yeah, go ahead and share. Bye.
Bye, grown folks.